Good morning. Right, just a couple more thoughts about stuff. Currently trying to drink apple cider vinegar with my MCT oil and some stevia and a bit of lemon and hot water, and it's still rancid, but I'm kind of trying to force it out. Can't do this every day. I'm going to have to come up with something else. Excuse me. Oh, God. That's disgusting. All right. What's the time? 11:23. I haven't broken my fast yet, apart from having a tiny bit of coffee, cream in my coffees. I'm not having a smoothie today. I think it's 11:24. I still not feeling hungry. I woke up about 7 this morning. I tend to just get up when I wake. I think the days are gone when I could just turn off and go back to sleep. Yeah, so I've had 2 coffees, which is good. I usually drink coffee until I've eaten, then I just want a tea. Can't drink tea on an empty stomach. Ugh, makes me gip. Just been over the shop to get some spinach. So it was reduced. I think I must be the only person around here who eats spinach. I was buying it knocked down. So I bought 3 bags of spinach there for my smoothies and salads and what have you. And the other mixed stuff, the one with watercress and I think you call it arugula in America. Rocket. I think I'll keep that for an actual salad later on. I can't disguise that. It's peppery. So I didn't drink yesterday's smoothie, and I'm not going to drink it today either. So I don't know, I might have 2 meals today. I'm thinking now when I do break my fast, I'm going to have bacon and egg. And you know, yesterday I didn't miss the bread and butter for mopping up, but I did miss something with it. And I know it sounds weird, but I've always liked a pickled onion with bacon and eggs. So I bought some today. There were 3 different brands over the co-op. 2 of them had like 6 and 9 grams per 100 grams of trained weight, and there was the cheapest one had 2 grams. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to look it up to see if it spikes, if it's sort of high glycemic if it's high on the glycemic index, because I'm only going to have 1 pickle, but I'm going to make sure I factor it in. I think that'll pep my bacon and eggs up quite nicely. I'm a plain eater. I'm not fond of cooking. I'm a plain eater. I don't like mixing flavours, fusions, that sort of thing. But I am a bit of an auto-condimenter. I've got a condiment for everything. So bacon and eggs without something is bland. When I was over the co-op, they were chicken breasts. They were marked down, 7 packs of them. So I bought them, and they were in the freezer. And my last meal, about 6 o'clock, is going to be a chicken salad. I'm going to have to put some olive oil. Or shall I cook it in butter? Yeah, I'll cook the chicken in butter. And I'll put a little bit of olive oil over the salad. And the condiments again. A little bit of Caesar dressing. It's got to be Pierre Cardini. It's the only one that tastes any good. And I quite love, well, I love a chicken salad with Caesar dressing. I'm only going to put a bit, because that will probably, it's probably high on the glycemic index thing as well. I think these are the things I'm going to have to work on. The little bit of this, the little bit of that, which kind of is the difference between, well, not exactly life and death, but interest and complete boredom. And I think for the time being, I need them. My tastes might change. I might like my food a bit blander. I might find different ways of adding flavour without the sugars. But when I say a little bit, I mean a very small bit, which is different to before because I used to smother it. And the salad's just going to be green. My son lives with me. He did go, but he came back home. So I tend to cook for us both. So I think with him, he probably have a load of chicken, some greens, and then tomatoes and cucumber, and I'll do some boiled potatoes. So that'll make a nice meal for him. And oh, I'm gonna have to have another go at this. There's not much left. Oh, terrible. Smoking. Coffee and fags. My breakfast. My go-to breakfast. I am going to address smoking because what's the point in following a good healthy diet to lose weight if I'm going to still smoke? Because I don't want to go on until, I'm at least in my 70s. But you can't do them both together. You can't do the two at the same time. So it's kind of a rolling plan. Once I've got into eating well and introducing a bit of exercise, then I've got a vape. And it's okay vaping. I don't know why I don't persevere with it. But I just seem to sort of put it on the back burner. But it is part of the plan. I don't know if it's difficult with my headology. If I keep saying to myself, you can't do this, you can't do that. Even with me, reverse psychology, anybody else who nags me to give up smoking, like my mother, well, I don't argue anymore. I just let her say what she's got to say and ignore it. But part of me thinks, I will if I want to. But I don't really want to. So it's got to be in here. It's got to be me. And I think that goes for everything. Give it up. Cigarettes. Following, a proper diet. Giving up foods that are bad for you. So yeah. Give it up smoking will be further along the line. Exercise. I've got to be careful with exercise because, right, I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 30 odd years. I work in private care with the elderly, mainly. And now we've got all this moving and handling equipment, hoists for this, hoists for that. But when I first started nursing, there was none of that. And you pick people up. 12-stone women, you pick them up off the bed and put them in their wheelchair after you'd helped them to wash and dress. You just did it because nobody else was going to do it. It was the only way. I've got, and this, the arm lift, lifting people out of the chair, arm under the shoulders, totally banned now, but I did it for years. Now, I had an x-ray on my neck because I kept getting arthritis in the shoulders, and sometimes I couldn't move my shoulder, but I couldn't move my arm for days. So next year I've got crumpling discs in my neck. Sometimes I hold my head forward because if I do that for too long, exactly, so I tend to sort of, my head bows quite a bit. So I've got to be careful with what I'm doing. Another work injury I had was I popped a disc years ago. And it's not as bad now as it used to be. It used to go regularly, about twice a year. You couldn't move for 3 days. I kind of, you keep going. You don't lie flat on your back and do nothing. You keep going because you've got to keep the muscles surrounding it working to support it, which is the balance I've done. I mean, I'll carry on with gardening, carry on with DIY, up and down ladders. You've got to keep that supported. I mean, the times it has popped, maybe I've sat on a stool and it's gone crunch. So it's not overdoing activity and movement. That is beneficial by keeping everything around it working. Right, so that's work injuries. I got really bad knees. I can't do the twist anymore. I can get down, but I can't get back up. And when I do, I tend to tutty down a lot. I don't know, squat, I think that's the word. But then I got to hold on to something to get back up. It's not that I can't, it's not that I don't have, it's just that it just puts such a strain on my knees. And that is probably, well, carrying all this weight around for all these years. So I'm hoping to see a few benefits of the losing weight on my body and the keto diet. Cut down on inflammation, cut down on pain, so I can do a lot more. I'm hoping to be able to do a lot more exercise. Swimming is good, but I only do the breaststroke. And I keep my head out of the water. Now, after a couple of lengths, murder. I try and breaststroke properly, but I just get panicky with all the water, my head going underwater. I'm a good swimmer, I'm a strong swimmer. I just don't like, maybe I should persevere. So I got my bike out of the garage the other day, rode it, I thought I'll go round the block. I rode it up to the end of the lane, and I thought I gotta go back. I was puffing, panting. But I thought, well, it's not straining anything, it's just a nice aerobic exercise. So I'm gonna do that for the time being. Perhaps I'll incorporate swimming, but I hate my hair getting wet. It takes ages to blow dry it. And I did join the gym a couple of years back, do the circuit training, 10 on this machine, move over, 10 and what have you. But I gotta be honest, they play all this stupid electronic music, and it really drives me batty. Thinking, I haven't heard of Avenged Sevenfold or, you know, bit of punk or something, but I suppose the poppy electronic stuff is a good rhythm to it, and it's all the same rhythm, so it helps people with, you know, I suppose that's where you see a lot of people with the earphones in, and they take their own music. I'll try that. Yeah, exercise is going to figure in the plan. I haven't felt this burst of energy that I'm supposed to be feeling on keto yet. Maybe it's early days. My chunky monkey there, eating his food. That's Moffat. He's lovely. He's so lazy. He's an alpha male, but he hasn't got attitude. He just knows he's top cat and accepts all my other cats' adoration. What was I saying? Exercise. Yeah, it's going to figure. You know, I haven't got the energy yet. Oh, this burst of energy that I'm going to feel. But I'm optimistic because everybody says that you're going to, you know, and you're not going to have lulls in the day. Like the afternoon sort of drop. So I'm looking forward to that. Look at my notes. Okay. Right. Yeah, I've spoken about everything I wanted to speak about. Yeah. But yeah, this filthy. Right, that's that out the way. Coffee. I think probably tomorrow I'll just try biting the bullet, put a couple of teaspoons in a cup, knock it back, forget about it, over and done with. I know they say you should take a teaspoon before meals. Somebody, or an hour, or in hot water. Now, I couldn't do that 3 times a day. MCT oil, that's okay. I enjoy that. The stevia. Yeah, I want something sweet. I'm not craving anything sweet. I was never a chocolate eater, except that certain time of the month. Perhaps I want chocolate. And if I hate working nights. I work nights on every 3 or 4 weeks, 4 or 5, something like that. I work a week at night. And I hate working nights, physically and psychologically. I always feel like nobby no mates. I feel I'm the only person in the world who's got to do this. I'm the only person in the world who's awake when the rest of the world is, well, they're out enjoying themselves or they're snuggled up in their bed. So I always took sweets because I knew that 3 o'clock in the morning when I was on the floor on my knees, the sugar rush was a comfort, kept you going. But, well, that was a lot of, shouldn't have done it, should I? And like I say, when I pre-menopause, I would crave maybe a chocolate, chocolate bar or something. But I'm not craving anything. I'm not craving carbs. I suppose at some point I might want a bacon butty, so I might look into making one of these paleo breads. You can slather the butter on and have a bit of bacon and that's your meal. But at the moment, I'm okay, coasting along. I know it's early days, but yeah, I think it's better when you plan your meals first thing. Like I say, if I'm going to work, I'll take a smoothie, and we're allowed to have some food in work to sit down. If we're sitting down with the residents, we can eat alongside them. But it's hit or miss. There's bacon, there's egg in the morning if it's left over. Lunch there might be meat and veg, but it might be the wrong veg. So I think just be prepared. Take take something is safe, something that is keto. And it's great. Meal times, I just do my drug round, so I'm not sort of there, seeing what everybody else is eating. And then I'll go in and join them and help somebody with their food. It's nice. Have a little chat. I suppose the pleasure in eating is helping somebody else to have their meal and to enjoy it and asking them, what do you want next? Do you want a bit of carrot or do you want a bit of everything? And I love making meals for Tom. He's a plain eater like me. He hasn't got any choice really, but he's always been easy to feed since he was a kid. Try him with anything, he'll try it. Used to make a game of it. I'd buy pickled eggs. He'd try them. They're okay. Buy pumpernickel. He'd try them. They're okay. Try anything in a restaurant. Used to like trying new things, and other parents would say, "You lucky bugger." But I enjoy cooking him meals that he likes. And what is he now? He's 30, still at the age where he can eat what he likes, and he don't put on weight. Eats a lot of cakes and chocolates, mind, because my mother buys them for him. And to be honest, he's got he takes them straight upstairs to his bedroom. And he has got a bit of a backlog. But I mean, if she buys crisps and chocolate, the finger bar, like, Kit Kat or something like that, you just sit there and wait through them. But he is, so I am making him a smoothie, actually. I've gone off the fruit smoothies, but I bought a load of fruit, frozen fruit, and what have you. So I'm making him a smoothie every day now with yogurt and milk and 5 fruits. So there's his 5 a day, as well as what I cook as a meal. So hopefully, if that fills him, then he doesn't eat so much rubbish. He's pretty good, But if it's there, he will munch on it. So I think it'd be better for him if it wasn't there. I don't know. My mother loves doing it though. She loves giving little treats. It's just that every week it's a bag full, and there's only Tom that eats them. Even before I went on the diet, they always went straight up to his room because they were out of my way. I knew I would probably graze on them if I kept them downstairs. I say upstairs, right? This is my bedroom and this is downstairs. When he first came back, about 4 or 5 years ago, oh God, we quarrelled. But not all the time. It was, like I had just done this room out with a nice day bed and what have you. But then he'd come down with his guitar, and the piano was in here. He'd come down with his guitar, close the curtains, fag ash everywhere. He let the cats in. They'd sleep on the bed, and just everywhere in my house I was tidying up after him. So I kind of hit this idea to move my bedroom downstairs. I sleep on the day bed. It's lovely, comfortable. And give him my front bedroom to spread out into. He only had a 12-foot square bedroom. So no wonder he was looking for different places. So he sort of moved everything into the front bedroom. And I'm down here, so I didn't have to look at, well, he could make as much mess as he wanted upstairs. And I get to keep the downstairs tidy, and that's what people see if they call. So it was why I didn't think of it before, but it was brilliant. So there we are. Yeah, the cakes and biscuits and chocolates and crisps. They come in the door straight upstairs. God, I don't have ramble. I think I'm all talked out now. I think that's one of my cats. Hey, Morford. That's Morford. Eating more food. More food again. Right. So I'll call it a day. I'll let you know if I come up with a solution for the apple cider vinegar, or if I'm gonna. That's not something I think I can keep up long term. There we are. Gotta try everything on here. Right. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. See you soon.